Welcome back, my beautiful subscribers and new viewers. Today we're going to talk about a powerful woman that we think shouldn't be ignored. But before we continue, please subscribe if you haven't, and join us in this epic journey. Kamala Harris, the current Vice President of the United States of America and also the Democratic Party's presidential candidate against the famous Republicans' business mogul, Donald Trump alias Don. Her name is synonymous with shattering glass ceilings. But before the vice presidency, before the Senate, there was a lawyer, a fighter, a woman making her mark in the world. Born to immigrant parents, Harris embodies the American dream. Her story is one of perseverance, dedication, and an unwavering belief in justice. This is the story of her rise. From a young age, Harris was exposed to the fight for civil rights. Her parents, active participants in the civil rights movement, instilled in her a passion for equality. This passion led her to law. It became her weapon in the fight for a fairer society. Little did she know this path would lead her to the highest echelons of American power. Harris attended Howard University, a historically black college. This experience, steeped in black excellence and activism, further solidified her commitment to social justice. Law school at the University of California, Hastings followed. Here, she honed her legal skills, preparing for a career championing the underdog. The foundation was set. Kamala Harris was ready to take on the world. Fresh out of law school, Harris began her career in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. It wasn't glamorous, it was gritty, it was real. She prosecuted child sexual assault cases. She fought for the vulnerable. She saw firsthand the flaws in the system, and she vowed to make it better. Her work ethic was relentless, her dedication unwavering. She earned a reputation for being tough but fair, a prosecutor who understood the human cost of crime, but also a prosecutor who believed in rehabilitation, in second chances. This approach, both pragmatic and compassionate, would become her trademark. Harris's star was rising. In 2003, she was elected District Attorney of San Francisco. A city known for its progressive values, San Francisco found in Harris a leader who reflected their ideals. She implemented innovative programs. She focused on crime prevention. She challenged the status quo, always pushing for a more just and equitable system. 2010 marked a pivotal year. Kamala Harris became the first woman, the first African American, and the first South Asian American to be elected Attorney General of California. The most populous state in the nation now had a trailblazer at its helm. The stakes were high, but Harris was ready. As Attorney General, Harris tackled some of the toughest issues facing California. She took on big banks during the foreclosure crisis, fighting for homeowners. She defended environmental protections. She stood up for LGBTQ+ rights. Her actions spoke louder than words. She was a fighter for the people. Her tenure as Attorney General wasn't without its critics. Some argued her policies were too lenient on crime. Others questioned her handling of police misconduct cases. But through it all, Harris remained steadfast in her commitment to justice. She was a beacon of hope in turbulent times. In 2016, Kamala Harris entered the national stage, winning a seat in the United States Senate. She joined a small but growing group of women of color in the Senate, bringing with her a wealth of experience and a unique perspective. Washington was about to get a whole lot more interesting. Harris quickly established herself as a force to be reckoned with in the Senate. She grilled Trump administration officials during hearings. She fought for immigration reform. She became a vocal advocate for healthcare and gun control. Her voice, clear and unwavering, resonated with millions across the country. Her sharp intellect and prosecutorial skills were on full display during Senate hearings. She became known for her pointed questioning, often leaving witnesses flustered and scrambling for answers. She wasn't afraid to hold powerful people accountable. She was a voice for the voiceless. The 2020 campaign trail. The year 2020. A year of upheaval, uncertainty, and a pivotal presidential election. Kamala Harris threw her hat in the ring, seeking the Democratic nomination. She campaigned on a platform of unity, progress, and a promise to restore America's soul. The nation watched with bated breath. Her campaign was not without its challenges. She faced criticism for her record as a prosecutor. She struggled to break through a crowded field of candidates. But through it all, she remained true to herself. Her message of hope and her vision for a more inclusive America resonated with many. While her presidential bid ultimately fell short, Harris's impact on the race was undeniable. She had energized voters. She had sparked important conversations about race, gender, and representation in America, and her journey was far from over. A historic ticket. In a move that surprised many, Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic nominee, chose Kamala Harris as his running mate. It was a historic moment. Harris became the first black woman and the first person of Indian descent to be nominated for vice president by a major party. The world was watching. The Biden-Harris ticket offered a message of hope and experience. Biden, the seasoned statesman, promised to heal a divided nation. Harris, the dynamic newcomer, represented the future of the Democratic Party. Together, they vowed to build back better. The campaign was long and arduous, set against the backdrop of a global pandemic and a deeply polarized electorate. But through it all, Biden and Harris remained focused on their message of unity and progress. They crisscrossed the country, rallying voters and outlining their vision for America. The lock him up moment. The 2020 campaign was not without its tense moments. During one rally, as the crowd chanted, "Lock him up," in reference to President Trump, Kamala Harris stepped in. "Guys, guys, guys," she said, calming the crowd, "please, let's not do that." Her response, calm and measured, stood in stark contrast to the divisive rhetoric that had come to define American politics. It was a powerful reminder that even in the heat of a campaign, there is always room for respect and civility. Her actions that day resonated with many Americans. Here was a leader who refused to stoop to the level of her opponents. A leader who believed in the power of unity and respect. It was a defining moment in her campaign and a testament to her character. Shaping perceptions. Kamala Harris's presence on the ticket had a profound impact on the race. She energized black voters and women, key demographics in the election. She brought a fresh perspective and a unique voice to the campaign trail, and she challenged long-held perceptions about who could be president. Her story resonated with millions of Americans, particularly young people who saw in her a reflection of themselves and their aspirations. She became a role model, demonstrating that anything is possible in America. Harris's candidacy also sparked important conversations about race, gender, and representation in American politics. Her presence on the ticket was a powerful reminder that America is a diverse nation and that its leadership should reflect that diversity. The Biden-Harris dynamic. The Biden-Harris partnership proved to be a winning formula. On November 3, 2020, they defeated Donald Trump and Mike Pence, ushering in a new era in American politics. The victory was a testament to their message of unity, their commitment to progress, and the power of hope. Since taking office, Biden and Harris have worked tirelessly to address the many challenges facing the nation. They have confronted the COVID-19 pandemic, tackled climate change, and worked to rebuild the economy. Through it all, their partnership has remained strong. Harris has played a key role in the Biden administration, serving as a trusted advisor and a vocal advocate for the administration's policies. She has traveled extensively, both domestically and internationally, representing the United States on the world stage. Do you think Madam Kamala Harris will win the 2024 US presidential elections? Comment, like, share, and subscribe.